Hey guys, welcome back to my another video. On this video, I'm going to show you how we can create the loading bar effect animations on using the HTML and CSS. And I also use something called the Hue Rotate for this getting this animation on CSS. And we're gonna do this on this video. So please watch this video till end. Okay, so let's begin. All right. So here I have my Visual Studio Code, and I do have here the glow loader, which I don't have anything inside it. So now let me create the index.html page. Okay, and I already create this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna create a new file here first. It's HTML5. Okay, so this is going to be my glow loader. So here, let me do a test here, and I'm gonna run it on my live server first. Okay, so my live server is running on the port 5500, so it's still running it. So while it's still running it, let me create another folder called the CSS here. Okay, and inside the CSS, let me write here the style.css file. Okay, so now let me link that file. We're using a link, and rel is style. See it, and I need to provide where is the location of it, and it's inside the CSS style right here. Okay, so now it's already running here the test, so I'm going to paste it here on my Chrome so I can see it here. Okay, so the first thing is let me create the container for it. Okay, so let me do as a container here, container, and inside the container let me create a loader. So this is the loader what is going to be later on, and let me do this container here. The first thing, before I write any CSS code for the container, I'm gonna do the padding is the padding is 0 for all of my HTML file, because as of course the browser will give you some padding and margin, which I don't want it. So I will put that padding is 0 and margin is 0. And I'm gonna also do up the box sizing is border box. Okay, so this is my default. So now I don't have any padding or margin in my browser. Okay, so now let me create the container here. And in a container, let me, you know what, let me write something here. So I want to make this at the middle of the screen. So I want to put this in the middle of the screen. So I'm going to do as a width is 100 of viewport width, and the height is 100 viewport height. Okay, so now I do have the container behind here, which I have the 100, which is it's covering from the height up to here and the width up to all my screen. Okay, that's what I have it now. So let me go to the display and make this as a flex, because I want to put this test as a center of the screen. So I will do as justify content as a center, and of course the align item just to make as a vertically center. I will put this as a center of the screen, which is right here. Okay, so once I have this as a center, so now let me change the background color as well. Let me give you guys a really good background color. So let me go to the color palette here. So let me pick one of the color palette which looks good here. Let me pick this one. Okay, so now let me go back here and I will paste it here. So now I do have that color palette there, which is good. Okay, so once I have this color palette, now let me write the class for the loader here. Okay, so loader class here is style. I'm gonna do a style for the loader class, I mean. Okay, so now let me write here the width. What is the width is going to be? The width is 150 pixels and the height is 150 pixels. Okay, so this is what it's going to be. So if I do it here, okay, now it does have a width and height for this one. Okay, so if I want to see how it looks like, so let me give the border here, border 1 pixel solid. Let me do as a gray for now. So this is how it looks like. Okay, I think I zoom it really so it's really big because I zoom it in a 300%, 250% here. That's why it looks really big, but it's fine. It's not so big. Okay, guys. So now what I'm gonna do is I need to define the couple of the the loading element, each and every of the loading elements here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write here called span. Okay, on a span, now I will create a style, and I will add the style name called J. or I is good, I believe, and I'm going to give as a 1. So this is my style name. Basically this is just a variable which I'm creating here, which I can grab it later on. So I will put this up to 16. So two variables, and this is going to be 3, 4, 5, okay, 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now I'll grab this is going to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let me make this up to a 16 here. So this is going to be 11, and okay, I don't want this, so this is empty. So 11, this is going to be 12. Something is not right. I'm going to delete this one more time. So let's see. Okay, this is not even been closed. That was the issue of it. So this is the 11 here. So now 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now I do have up to 16 span here, which I want. So now here's 12, 13, 14, and 15, and this is going to be 16. Okay, now I do have a 16 span which is sitting inside it. If I check it here, it's there. This is the loader, and inside the loader I have this all the span which is inside this. Okay, but it doesn't have any weight or nothing else at this time, but it does have some span there. Okay, so now let me go to the CSS part here, and let me do some style on my span. Okay, so my span is under the loader, so I can do like this as well, or you can directly do as a span if you like, but this is under my span. Okay, so now let me do this as a position as a relative for the loader, because I want to make this position as absolute, okay, for the span. So once I make this as absolute, let me do as top is 0, and the left is maybe 0 again, and the width, let me give the width is, it will cover the all my 100% of it, and this is basically it's gonna cover overlapping all my the elements here. So all the span will be covered up to here. All my 16 span is here, it's hidden there, but it's there. Okay, so all my span is there. Let me do the border here. I just want to show you where is it going to be, just to look that the span is there. Okay, so let me do as a red here, so I can see it's all my 16 of the span is here, right here. Okay, it's there, and because I did the width of the 100 and the height of the 100%, that's why it's there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little rotate all my span. So how I rotate it, I'm gonna rotate is using a transform. A transform has a function called rotate, and I'm gonna rotate my 22.5 degree, right, multiply by the variable which I created on the HTML, which is I. So every time it will multiply my variable, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 16, multiply by this, and it's gonna rotate it. So it's rotating here. I didn't put my border, so I can show you how it looks like at behind it. I'll do red here, then I'll just save it. And oh, in the rotate, sorry, in the rotate I need to do a calculation. Sorry, I need to do something called calc here to do a calculation, otherwise it doesn't know what is going to be. So this is how it looks like now. It's trying to rotate it on 22.5 degree, multiply by the variable which I have it in I. Okay, it's doing a calculation using a calc here. So this is how it looks like at now, okay, behind the scene, because I use a border here. So now let me create another loader here for span. Okay, and this is I'm gonna do a before. So all my span before, how it looks like. Okay, so whenever we use a pseudo element on the CSS, we need to use a content, otherwise it doesn't even work. Okay, let me make this as a position also absolute. Okay, and the top same with the 0, and the left also with the 0, and the before, let me do the width is 20 pixel. Okay, I'm going to show you how it looks like now. So height is 20 pixels, and now it doesn't show anything because I didn't provide anything like border or the background color, stuff like that. So let me do a background color, so see how it looks like now. And if we added up before in span, we added this style. Okay, so let me do as a background color here called df. Yep, let me do this color. So here it's already here. Let me do this as a as a different color for now. Just do as a black. So this is how it looks like. See, now all my before here, before this span, it has a this 20% width, and all my this has a small the black border is sitting here. It looks like a circle now, guys. It looks like a circle, but it's not a perfect circle, but it still is look like a circle. Okay, so once I have this, I can also give you a box shadow for this one, but let me do that at the end. Okay, to make it a little better. So but I want to make this as a circle for this, so now do a 50%. So now see, I do have a circle here, right? I do have a circle is already been created. It's whole circle, perfect. So now once I have this circle, so now what I need to do is let me rotate this first. Let me rotate it. Okay, let me do some the hue rotate. Basically what the hue rotate does is it will rotate all my the colors here inside this. Okay, actually inside this the whole span itself. So let me write some animations now. So animation, and this will be animated my hue rotate. Okay, rotate 2 seconds, and it's going to be linear and infinite. Okay, I'm gonna rotate at all the time. So I'm gonna need to create what this animation will be. So in a keyframe I will put this animation, and on this animation, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a from and to also, from, yep, from filter. Now on this one I'm going to use a filter, and filter I can use a hue rotate. Okay, so it's going to rotate my all my hue color. So I'm going to show you how it looks like now. So so I'm going to rotate from 0 degree to to 360 degrees. So it's going to rotate all my the color. I'm going to show you how it looks like. Okay, okay, miss. Okay, see, as you guys can see, this color is being rotating now, and it's all changing it, right? This border. Of course, this border going to be removed on here. Where is it here? This is the border. No, nope, this one. It will be removed, and once it's removed, it doesn't show up to here because I use a black color there. But anyway, so now what it does is it's changing this color, right? It's changing that color, which is good. And once it's changing that color, I can also do a scale. I can also make it bigger or small. Scale is basically we use to make a big and small. The first, what default value is big, and it will go to the small in 2 seconds. So now it will go to the big and 2 seconds. Okay, so this is where we use this span. And what I'm going to do is now let me go here and remove this border first. And once I remove it, it doesn't look like anything now because I use a black color here. Because of a black color, it does the animations. I'm gonna use a different color here. Let me do this color. Oh, this color is really bad. Let me do something different color here. Okay, so let me grab the background color here. Is it again the same one before I have df something? Yep, this guy, which is different guy here. This color is changing. I think my background color doesn't look good at all. I'm gonna make it a little darker. Let me do this one because I can't even see what's really going on over there, right? It's changing the color, but I can't even see it. So let me do this back this color. So now it sees. Now it's changing it here, right? It's changing this. It's changing it, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. My scale is also is a 1 and 0 here. And it's changing that color. So you know what, I think I need to create another now effect here, animations here, and this animation is going to be for a scale. I don't think I need here. I'm sorry guys, I don't think I need here at all for this one. I just need a scale. I need to create different animation for scale, and the scale animation which I need to add it on this part animation, and this is going to be animated scale. How long? Maybe 1 second, and linear, and when it's infinite. Okay, so now how it looks like, it looks like this. Hold on, let me go here, animated scale. Did I correct right? From and to scale. Oh, sorry, not scale. It should be transform. Oh god, transform here, not scale, sorry, it's a transform. That's why. So now it looks like this. Did you guys see? It looks like this now. It's just going in and coming in. So let me do a transform here as well. See how it looks like. Okay. Mm-hmm. you know what, I'm going to remove this. I don't want this at all. I just want this scale on here, this one. So now it looks like this. Okay. Okay, so the another thing is we don't want this the border here which I have created on loader, so I'll just remove this border. So now it looks like this. So now the next step is we need to rotate this part. Okay, we need to rotate it. So how we're gonna rotate it? Okay, because we don't want to rotate it this part at all. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do an animated delay every time when it's the scale is 0, which is ending it at the end. Then we're gonna do animation delay on each and every part of it using the calc here. So I'm gonna use this transform here, but instead of transform I will write something called animation delay. Okay, so an animation delay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a calc. I'm gonna do a calculate, and I'm gonna do a delay 0 point. You can play around with this number every time, and you can create as up to your animations effect using this number here, right? So I'm going to do animation delay each and every time here. So how it looks like, so it looks like this, guys. So it's already ready. Okay, so now it looks like really good animation. If I make it this smaller, so it looks like this. At the first it shows everything, otherwise after that is loading as animation effect. So that's all for this video, guys. I'm gonna put this code in on my GitHub, and if you guys like my video, please do subscribe and like it. And thank you very much for watching, guys, and bye for now.